If you don't buy SWP, crypto is going to zero. Do you want that on your conscience? Do you want to be that person? If you are, then fine. You just ruined it for everybody. Bitcoin's about to die because you don't own P. I'm just kidding. My name is Bleaves. We're here to talk about SWP. That is the Saitama Wolfpack. And the reason that it's important is because I said so. I'm just kidding. Guys, hit the like button on your way in. Let's talk about what's going on with Saitama Wolfpack. Now look, I'm not giving you a promise. I am partnered with this project. I do believe that this project is going to have a nice little run. Take a few things. I'm going to tell you exactly what those things are, and I'm going to ask you to have just a little bit of faith in this process and get yourself just a small bag. All you need is a small bag, I think, and this thing could have some really significant upside potential. I'm even going to show you exactly why. Hit that like button on the way in, and let's go. Okay, so first of all, we've got this pattern playing out. Now, I don't like the fact that it's broken out to that downside over there. However, I do want to say that when I look at it, I'm encouraged about what I see, and I don't see a problem. I just see an opportunity. First of all, when you look at where are we going to bounce off of, you come up with this right here, which that could possibly be that bounce point, the inflection point. You can see just on this little wick candle right here, got bought back up real quickly for a move back to the upside. Now, if that breaks down, then you've got another range, which is this one right here, which is going to act as a support level for any other bounces. And guys, we got in here at 0.002, so at that point we would still be up 4x at 0.008. Now that means to me that I think we're in a very good position. Here's the thing. The US market has been struggling to find its way, and that's affected Solana. Now, there's a lot of favorability here, so I'm going to start with this. Solana's at 147. Now, when Solana was at 100, and let's go to the date, on the 20th of February, Solana, as you can see right here, was trading at a high of 176. Okay, so I want you to just remember that on February 20th, it was trading at 176. SWP was trading at 2.2 cents. So it would stand to reason that now that Solana has dumped dramatically, and by the way, there's been a very favorable rating over here, except for today. So there's about 3,000, 2,600 differential. There was two sales, one for 400, one for like 1,000, something like that, that have been a little prohibitive, if you will. But generally speaking, this has been very positive so far. And that being said, when the Solana price starts to really tick up, and let's just start with goes back up to the 180 range, where does SWP go? And I want to say it's going to immediately come back up into this 1.6, 1.7, 1.8 range, and then be primed for a breakout. And if Solana continues to run, then SWP is going to continue to run. Now, you're probably thinking, well, all of this is fine, Bleaves, but all projects are like that right now. Well, let's talk about where this ends up. And here's the interesting part that nobody's looking at. But I know I'm not going to be able to get it past you because you're too smart and you're going to see it too. All right, this is the holder wallets right here. This is your Radium wallet right now. This is the liquidity right here. It's at 4.1 million. Now, about 3 weeks ago, I told you guys where we were. We were at 5.7 million. Then we dropped to 5.6 million. Then we got some really good buys coming in. And guess what? Then it went all the way down to, I want to say like 3 million or 2.9 million. We were on our way, and then the market crashed. This was right afterwards. This was that day. This was the downward momentum. That's when it all started. February 20th. Here we were on February 20th, 22nd, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and then boom, February 24th, huge collapse. Then we continued to collapse, came back up in that 180 range one more time for a test, and then boom, came way back down again. So we've been in just really bearish, and Bitcoin, I think at that point, I mean, let's look at Bitcoin on the 20th. I mean, man, it was $100,000. Now 89 at this point, but you get my point. There's a big amount of potential breakout, or breakout potential, I should say. for SWP. And if this plays out, and if we really start to eat up that portion of the supply, and we attract, really it's $47,000 worth of investors. If we can attract those without people selling, right? That's because it's the order books. So we have more buyers. We have 47,000 more in buyers coming in over the next few days than we have in sellers selling. Then guess what? We run out of supply, and then it goes to the order book. If it goes to the order book, then guess what? That means that the next trade can only be done for the price that the next person in the order book is willing to pay. And if that number is 3 cents, this thing will shoot up to 3 cents immediately. You see what I'm saying? That's the way this order book is going to work. It has to fill orders. In order to fill those orders, it has to go by the price that you're willing to sell for. So run out of supply and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So if you have any opportunity, here's what I would recommend. If you're a potential Saitama person who's looking for an investment opportunity, if you're somebody like that, get yourself a little bit, hold on to a little bit, because as soon as that supply runs out, and it will run out, by the way, as soon as that supply runs out, then it's going to get crazy, all right? Because again, we're going to the order book, and it will be filling at the prices people are willing to pay, number one, and number two, at the price that the Radium service is going to be able to buy from you at. So if you hold out and we do a GameStop squeeze, if you will, if you do that, then guess what's going to happen? Price go. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is this a wise strategy? Do you like it? It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.